Another year has passed, another season of Invincible wrapped up. And just like Season 2, instead of resolutions, Season 3 builds up even more anticipation for what's ahead. My god, how much longer do we have to wait? Where will this lead? Let's talk about it. Welcome to the channel, where we improve our drawing skills and rant about the latest in pop culture. If you're like me, old and jaded, you know there aren't many animated shows worth sinking time into. We want something grounded, mature, yet still heroic. Invincible checks this box for me, and so far, it's living up to the hype. If you haven't seen Invincible yet, consider this your spoiler warning. I see Invincible Season 1 as the way I see the Golden Age arc from Berserk. Totally different stories, but serving the same purpose. Setting up something so monumental that we need to see the resolution. So Season 2 and 3 feel like a long, grueling conviction arc, developing the characters more for the inevitable clash. Because it's obvious, Omni-Man will return, and the Viltrumites will invade. I haven't read the comics yet, and I choose not to. But I can't always escape the spoilers on internet. What I like about this season is the emphasis on moral ambiguity. We finally see Cecil's backstory, the ruthless pragmatic mastermind who does the unthinkable for humanity's sake, and how that clashes with Mark's naive heroism. Although Mark was fine with his father after everything, but furious with Cecil after using D.A. Sinclair to save lives. Since the beginning, Cecil has said, the world isn't black and white, and in this season, Mark finally comes face to face with that reality. By the end, Mark is more convinced than ever. He'll do whatever it takes to protect his family, even if it means unaliving people. His encounter with some enemies in this season only solidified that belief. He saw the cost of hesitation, the cost of weakness. So he would do something he wouldn't have done before, because of his morality. And that's what frustrates me. Mark only justifies his own action, but refuses to acknowledge others. Cecil in this case. At this point of the story, he should realize they're not that different. Yet he still thinks he's morally superior. He's only a human, Mark, with flaws just like you. Their eventual clash will be huge, especially since Cecil is still keeping Conquest underground. Oh, that'll be Mark's final straw. Then there's Rex's subplot. His transformation, his relationship with Ray, his inevitable death. And honestly, I felt nothing. It just happened. I'm sorry, I thought we already forgave him long time ago. That time could have been spent on better subplot. More Omni-Man in space maybe? At least we know now why Future Rex wore a robot suit. So, how much longer do we have to wait for the payoff? How will Mark deal with Cecil? Will he finally understand him, or will his hatred spiral further, becoming his downfall? What happens when Omni-Man finally returns? Where is all character development leading? Another thing we're waiting on? Better animation quality. This has been a hot topic for years. Why hasn't the animation reached Season 1's level? I get it, we stayed for the story, not just the presentation. But let's be real, a great animation would enhance an already compelling story. You might have seen these videos by YouTuber where he improves the animation. It shows that it can be done. With more time and resources, of course. And this video by Mr. Headcannon explains in great detail why. It explains the main problems, budget limitation, and executive decisions. Another valid point was raised in this video. The budget is sinking into high-profile voice actors, limiting resources for the actual animation. Now, voice acting matters. It can either make or break a show. But do we really need big names for every role? We already have incredible voice talents in the main cast carrying the series. So if cutting back on Hollywood actors means better animation, yeah, I'm down for it. I'm not here to bash the animators or the production team. They've done an amazing job with what they have. And honestly, I enjoy the show as it is. I love it. But do you see the potential? Do you see what Invincible could be? That's why fans are frustrated. Not because they're sitting around complaining, but because they're invested. They love the story, its characters, the entire IP. This frustration comes from love, not hate. So how much longer do we have to wait? What can we do? How do we convince Amazon that Invincible deserves more budget? Do I need to make multiple accounts to boost the numbers? So those are my thoughts on the series so far. I'll be waiting for as long as it takes for season 4. And if we get better animation, even better. What are your thoughts? I love seeing different opinions online because it just proves how invested we all are in this world. Thanks for listening to my rant. Sometimes you just need a place to unload your thoughts on things you love. And don't forget to keep practicing. I'll still be posting drawing videos. Until next time, cheers!